Walk through an unmarked door and suddenly you're hit with the sweet, sharp smell of tobacco. The air is thick with it. But that's not what stops you in your tracks. It's the sheer scale of what you're looking at. Endless conveyor belts stretching into the distance, machines the size of buildings, and a rhythm that never stops. 20,000 cigarettes rolling off the line every single minute. This isn't just a factory. This is an industrial machine that transforms raw leaves into one of the world's most consumed products, using precision that would make a Swiss watchmaker jealous. Today, we're going inside one of the world's largest cigarette manufacturing plants to follow the complete journey from dried tobacco leaves to finished product. We'll see how an industry that once relied on hand-rolling individual cigarettes now operates like a precision engineering operation. From the moment raw materials enter the facility to the final packaging that ships worldwide, every step is controlled, measured, and monitored. This is pure industrial process, the kind of manufacturing precision that turns organic, variable plant matter into identical products millions of times over. We're not here to promote smoking. We're here to understand how mass production works at this scale. Here's what most people don't realize about cigarette manufacturing. It's not really about tobacco anymore. It's about turning something that varies wildly by plant, by season, by region, into something absolutely identical every single time. Think about it. A cigarette bought in New York needs to be virtually identical to one bought in Tokyo or London. Same weight, same burn rate, same draw resistance. That level of consistency from an organic material that's naturally inconsistent. That's the real engineering challenge. And it starts long before anything reaches the factory floor. The tobacco that arrives at these facilities has already been through months of controlled processing. It started as tiny seeds in greenhouses, grew into plants in carefully managed fields, and went through weeks of precise curing in ventilated barns where temperature and humidity were monitored around the clock. By the time it reaches the factory gates, pressed into compact bales, it's ready for the next phase of transformation. But even then, the real complexity is just beginning. The moment those bales enter the facility, everything becomes about uniformity and speed. And that creates the first real problem. The tobacco inside each bale can vary significantly in moisture content, leaf size, and quality, even though it looks identical from the outside. Too dry and the leaves crumble into unusable dust. Too moist and they won't feed properly through the machines, causing jams that can shut down entire production lines. The conditioning systems have to bring everything to exactly the right moisture level, but if they get it wrong, entire batches worth thousands of dollars become waste. At 20,000 cigarettes per minute, there's no time for trial and error. Before any tobacco can enter the main production line, it goes through two critical checkpoints that determine whether it makes the cut or gets rejected. First, automated sensors scan for leaf size and integrity, separating material that's too small or too damaged to work with the high-speed machinery. Then comes moisture conditioning, where the tobacco passes through controlled humidity chambers to reach the exact moisture level needed for processing. But here's where it gets expensive. If a batch fails the final quality check after conditioning, the entire lot gets diverted to lower-grade products or waste streams. We're talking about rejecting material that's already cost thousands in processing time and resources. The rejection rate at this stage directly impacts the bottom line. And with raw material costs constantly fluctuating, every failed batch hurts. Watch what happens next, and you'll see industrial precision at work. The tobacco enters massive blending systems, where different varieties and cuts are combined according to exact recipes. These aren't loose measurements. We're talking about formulations controlled to fractions of a percent. Mixing tobaccos from different regions, different curing methods, different leaf positions on the plant. The blending drums are the size of small rooms, rotating continuously as precise amounts of each tobacco type are added. What emerges is a completely uniform mixture that will taste and burn identically, whether it's the first cigarette off the line or the millionth. This is where art becomes science, where traditional tobacco blending meets industrial chemistry. The blended tobacco now enters the cutting stage, where it's reduced to fine ribbons called cut filler. The cutting machines operate with surgical precision because the width of these cuts determines how the tobacco flows through the manufacturing equipment and how the final product burns. Too fine, and you get a dense pack that restricts airflow. Too coarse, and the cigarettes become loose and irregular. The cutting blades are monitored continuously and replaced on strict schedules, because even microscopic wear affects the cut quality. From cutting, the tobacco moves to the making machine, the heart of the entire operation. This is where the magic happens. A continuous paper web feeds tobacco onto a moving belt, while another web wraps around it, creating an endless cylinder of tobacco-filled paper. The synchronization is incredible. The paper speed, tobacco flow rate, and wrapping tension must be perfectly matched, because any variation creates weight inconsistencies or structural defects. Optical sensors monitor the continuous rod as it forms, measuring diameter, density, and tobacco distribution in real time. When the sensors detect problems, the system automatically adjusts feed rates and tensions within seconds. But if the adjustments can't correct the issue, entire sections of the continuous rod get diverted to waste. At this production speed, even a few seconds of defective product represents thousands of cigarettes lost. Here's where everything can go wrong in an instant. The continuous tobacco rod must be cut to exact cigarette length, with tolerances measured in fractions of a millimeter. The cutting system operates like a precision guillotine, slicing through the moving rod at incredible speed. But if the cutting blade dulls even slightly, or if the rod speed varies by the smallest amount, cuts become uneven. Cigarettes that are too short get rejected. Ones that are too long jam the downstream equipment. And when a jam occurs at this stage, it doesn't just stop one machine. It backs up the entire production line, 20,000 cigarettes per minute grinding to a halt. The pressure builds as tobacco continues flowing from upstream processes with nowhere to go. Workers have minutes to clear the jam before upstream systems start overflowing, potentially forcing a complete line shutdown that could last hours. But when everything works perfectly, what you witness is pure industrial poetry. The cut cigarettes move seamlessly to the filter attachment station, where cork-tipped filters are joined to each cigarette with mathematical precision. The attachment process happens so fast it's almost invisible to the human eye. Filter rods are cut to exact length, positioned perfectly, and bonded with tipping paper in one continuous motion. Meanwhile, laser perforation systems create microscopic holes in the paper with surgical accuracy. These aren't random holes. Each perforation is positioned and sized to create specific airflow characteristics that affect how the cigarette smokes. The laser systems can create thousands of perforations per second, each one contributing to the final product's performance. High-speed cameras monitor every cigarette as it passes, checking for proper filter attachment, correct perforation patterns, and overall structural integrity. The scale becomes overwhelming when you realize this process is happening simultaneously across multiple production lines, creating millions of identical products every day. Even with all this precision, defects still slip through, and finding them requires constant vigilance. Quality control systems pull random samples from the production line every few minutes for destructive testing. These cigarettes are torn apart, measured, weighed, and tested for draw resistance using specialized equipment that simulates human smoking patterns. The testing reveals problems that aren't visible to cameras or sensors. A cigarette might look perfect, but have uneven tobacco distribution that affects how it burns. Or the paper might have microscopic tears that could cause structural failure. The scary part is that some defects only show up under specific conditions. A cigarette that tests perfectly in the controlled factory environment might fail in high humidity or extreme temperatures. These delayed failures can affect entire shipments that have already reached retailers, creating recalls that cost millions and damage brand reputation. The finished cigarettes now enter packaging systems that operate with the same precision as the manufacturing line. Groups of 20 are arranged in perfect formation and inserted into packs that are folded, sealed, and wrapped in protective film in one continuous motion. The packaging machines can handle multiple pack formats simultaneously, switching between different brand configurations without stopping production. Each pack receives printed codes that enable complete traceability back through every stage of production. But the complexity doesn't end with individual packs. The packs are grouped into cartons, the cartons into cases, and the cases into shipping containers, all while maintaining inventory tracking and quality control. The logistics systems coordinate with global distribution networks, ensuring that products manufactured today will reach retailers worldwide within precise delivery windows. A single disruption in this packaging and distribution chain can leave store shelves empty and cost the company millions in lost sales. Behind all this precision and automation lies something most people never consider. This entire industrial process exists to manufacture a product that's fundamentally harmful to human health. The same engineering excellence that creates perfect consistency and quality is applied to something that causes serious medical consequences. The nicotine and smoke from tobacco carry grave health risks, and no amount of manufacturing precision changes that fundamental reality. If you or someone you know smokes and is thinking about quitting, talk to a healthcare professional. They can make all the difference. But understanding these processes helps us see how modern manufacturing transforms raw materials into consumer products at scales that would have been unimaginable just decades ago. The invisible enemy in all manufacturing isn't just defects or equipment failure. It's the disconnect between engineering excellence and the ultimate impact of what we're producing. If you want to see more industrial processes broken down with this level of detail, subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments which manufacturing process you'd like to see next. The machinery never stops, but understanding how it all works gives us power over the choices we make.